Don't pray to any external God. Pray to him. And you pray to him by communing with self. Be still upon your body and commune with your own heart, you're told. Now what do you want? Dare to appropriate it. Dare to actually appropriate the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Years ago when I wrote my book, Your Faith is Your Fortune, in the flyleaf I made this statement, that man's faith in God is measured by his confidence in himself. Well, it's gone into many, many printings, but no revisions. So the last one that came out, I forget what number that is, and I mentioned it the week that it came out here. And the lady who was present, she hasn't been back since. She said, have you revised it? I said, no, I see no reason for revision. I wouldn't change one word of it. You could add to it, so why add to it? The whole thing is based upon I am he. That's the entire story of your faith is your fortune. So why would I change it? It is simply stating over and over on page after page that basic fact that I am the only reality. Hear, O Israel, the I am, our I am, that I am is one. That's the story of the faith of Israel. So how would I change it, and why should I change it? No, you could add all kinds of nonsense to it. But it was a book that was written, I would say, in less than 48 hours. There was a very brilliant surgeon in New York City, brilliant surgeon, who became a victim of his own practices. And they found out he was writing the names of his patients and then actually going to the drugstore himself and filling the order. And he became a victim of heroin, taking his own. And then they caught him. And then they asked me if I would keep him for 2 weeks in a hotel suite. I said I would. But may I tell you, I hardly slept in those 2 weeks. For he was as mad people could ever be. Not violently mad, but mad. I closed my eye for a second. He's in the nude down on the street. And we lived on the 24th floor. He would get on that elevator in the nude, and down he would go to the street. I had to go and get him. So there I was, completely out of my mind, as it were, from sheer exhaustion. And the words are pouring through me as I wrote that book. On long yellow pages, I wrote word after word as though it's being dictated. Word after word is dictated. And when I turned it over for correction, there was little he could find, save an occasional thought, why do you not use another word here instead of a repetition of this word? And if I agreed with him, I would change it. But it was practically not necessary to change that book, that manuscript. And when I took it down to Harper's, they wanted to publish it. They said, we have an enormous sale of Bibles, and I doubt that this is going to help the sale of Bibles. If we put our name to it, they will question our right to publish this book. And then the head of the department of philosophy, he said, it is unethical, but I would like to publish it myself. And I wonder if they would give me permission. So he got permission from the publisher to publish it himself and then use their sales force to sell it. But after considering it for another 6 weeks, he thought that was unethical because he was the head of the department of religion and philosophy. And then finally, when they all turned it down, I published it myself. And so it's gone into, I think, 15 printings, but no change in the format. I saw no reason for any revision of the book. So I'm telling you what I know from experience. Then I did not know the promise. I only knew the law. That's all based upon law. But then came the fulfillment of the promise.